My name is Chris Buck. I'm the plant manager of Donsco Incorporated. We're a gray and ductile iron foundry consisting of 2 foundries and a machine shop. What began as a small foundry making hardware, a couple thousand pounds a day, has turned into a highly automated facility where we're producing up to 150 tons a day of castings for many of the top commercial and industrial manufacturers on a global scale.
I've been extremely happy with Powerit's energy management system since day one. It was the cleanest installation of anything I've done here at the foundry. Technical support's been great, customer service has been great, and I think the company being proactive is seeing what the foundry's needs are, what we're looking at next, where the industry's going.
Well, obviously, the number one value to the Powerit system is money. I mean, we're earning $13,000 a month off of our utility bills through demand control and the 2 demand response program. The software system has some added benefits as well, both from a maintenance point of view and from even safety and training. Just last night, hopped on the computer this morning, and so we earned $600 worth of savings and no impact to our operations. This is through taking advantage of the synchronous reserves demand response programs that continually occurs as we're running our plants.
Synchronized reserves is a program where, I'm not sure where the country has, but it's implemented by PJM, where we actually, a week ahead of schedule, we tell them 24 hours a day how many kilowatts we can shed at any given hour. And we've had probably, I don't know, 15 events this year. I think year ending's probably to be close to 70,000 just from the synchronized reserves. We've generated quite a bit of revenue from being a part of these demand response programs, and I'm 100% sure that when we have an event, that we'll comply with it. And the savings, if I had the savings off to our utility bill, we're probably generating over 6 figures a year just from the demand response plus our savings and electricity bill.
That signal comes in through the Ethernet, completely autonomous, and whenever the Powerit system receives that signal, it goes into a predefined demand response schedule that we've defined. So we can define how many megawatts that we're dropping by every hour of the day.
So we're pretty ahead of the curve, I think, in terms of how we monitor our electricity bills in the foundry business. So as a tool, it allows us to control what our peak demand is for the day. I call it my peace of mind when I go home, that I can look at the furnaces, I can look at the power. No one can lie to me now how much power we have to our furnaces.
One of the things that we were concerned about going into any kind of a demand control or demand response project was, what is it going to do to our plant operations? Because we're in the business to make castings. We're not in the business to sell power back and to get rebate checks for demand response. One of the nice byproducts, we haven't been impacted at all. And as far as our demand response programs, we have not seen any impact to operations either. But I can say right now, this $13,000 has pretty much been free money.
Our goal here is about 5 tons an hour. I've seen over the course of shift over 5 tons an hour and shed 8 times over that course of the day. So we have not seen any reduction in production. I'm very happy with the result.
I can go back and I can start looking at kilowatts, and we can get a good idea from a maintenance perspective on what's going on in the plant and at what time things are going on. But we also use it for training. I can go in and I can look at the kilowatts or the kilowatt hours consumed over a weekend when I don't have operations running in the plant. And I can come and I can see that when my melt department crew comes in to do the furnace maintenance, I can see the kilowatts when they turn an air compressor on. So we use this as a tool where we can see, since everything is time stamped, we can sit down and we know when the buttons were turned off, when the buttons were turned back on. And if an employee would be walking away from the furnace and leave it unattended or leave it run for too long, we can sit down and we can go over this, because this is a serious safety issue. So there's been the added benefits both on the maintenance side and the safety and training side, but still the primary goal is it saves us money.
We've been using Spera for about 3 years now. When we implemented it, it was for shaving peak demand, and we saw probably a 10% savings in our energy bill every month. But what we've used it for recently over the years is, one is to stay ahead of the energy rates coming from PP&L, that we don't know where the market's going to go, so we want to have the ability to control our demand at any given time. Number two, we've used it for demand response, automating the demand response so we're 100% accurate. And the third thing we've actually used it for is training of our employees, which I've personally found very beneficial. I'm extremely happy with the Spera system, as it's helped us save 10% on our demand and our bills. It's generated a decent amount of income over the last 3 years as a part of synchronized reserves, and it has helped immensely in our training of our employees, all with the benefit of not inhibiting production.